Hi, Jon Bachman, Public Events Manager at Stratford Hall. I'd like to welcome everybody May 28th from 9:30 until 5 to explore the world of pre-industrial trades. And with me today is Ayinde Martin, who is a shingle maker. Ayinde is, along with the other team that's coming here as demonstrators, are from Colonial Williamsburg. Ayinde, what are you doing and what are the tools that you're using?
Well, I'm using a draw knife and a draw bench to finish up an oak shingle. The tools that I'm using right now are more common than you'd expect. Farmers' tools, so not necessarily specialized to the skill of carpentry. Not to say that carpenters wouldn't have these skills,
Right.
but more often than not, this type of production of materials for construction of a building is going to be slave labor. Anybody growing up on a farm or a plantation is going to be familiar with using this tool. The draw knife, the draw bench holds the piece of wood you're working on, so you have both hands free to pull the knife towards you, which doesn't feel natural unless you're using a draw knife. It has two handles, you have two hands, use it accordingly, you're never going to lose control of it, and you're not holding the piece of wood that you're cutting with your hand, you're using your foot to hold it. So if you're growing up on a farm or a plantation, definitely familiar with a draw knife and a draw bench to the point where you might have made your own draw bench. Probably purchased the blade, but put your handles on your knife. And you can make a whole lot of material out of a good tree using these tools. But you simply need thousands of shingles to cover a roof. So it wouldn't just be one guy making it.
How many shingles? Okay, so you need thousands of shingles to roof a house, and there are you can look around here and see the application of especially on what we have the kitchen, which
Absolutely.
has recently been re-shingled with. Now, what type of wood is this?
This is red oak, which is very common. I like to tell folks that this is one of the trees that is growing in your way while you're trying to grow crops. And as you can't grow crops in the woods, you cut this tree down, and like I say, you can get a whole lot of material out of it. If you have enough money, you'd want a cedar or a cypress roof. And that's a commercial material being made where the tree came down and shipped to cities, purchased by crews of carpenters and put on your house.
Got it. Cypress, interesting. There is some cypress in our house and flooring. Are there cypress trees that grow naturally in Virginia?
Absolutely. The Great Dismal Swamp has a bunch of cypress. And I'll go ahead and say all up and down the East Coast. If it's a swampy area, I can almost guarantee there's going to be cypress or cedar trees in that area.
Really?
They love to grow in the water, and that's what makes them good for roofing.
The other trades required apprenticeships, and though you said this is enslaved labor would be employed here, how long did it take the average person to learn how to do what you're doing?
Well, I will say that
there must be something to it. I mean,
a
obviously
little
there's a lot
bit,
to it, yeah.
But also, as I said, you'd learn how to use these tools growing up on a farm or a plantation.
Okay.
So, white, black, free, or enslaved, if you break a shovel handle, you're not always going to have the opportunity to go to someone else to fix that shovel for you. But you probably saw somebody using a draw knife and a draw bench. Skills, I'll put it this way, making these shingles, you're not serving an apprenticeship to do that. But there are slaves making these shingles. There are also enslaved carpenters that have learned the apprenticeship, served the apprenticeship of 4 to about 6 years for us today. In the 18th century is when you're finished the apprenticeship. You'll be 21.
Hey, I invite everybody to come to our traditional trades fair, and that again is May 28th from 9:30 until 5. You can meet Ayinde and you can talk to him and the other demonstrators from Colonial Williamsburg. It's going to be a very cool day.